Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Godzilla vs. Kong, an ancient rivalry that dates back to 1962, which is almost as old as Cliff Richard, and two kaiju that have been milked more than the Fast and Furious franchise.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Kong and his protectors undertake a perilous journey to find his true home. However, they soon find themselves in the path of an enraged Godzilla as he cuts a swath of destruction across the globe. The initial confrontation between the two titans, instigated by unseen forces, is only the beginning of a mystery that lies deep within the core of the planet. Are you keen to watch Godzilla and Kong fight it out until at least one city topples to the ground? You've come to the right place. Godzilla vs. Kong delivers exactly that, with dazzling action, colourful Tron-like neon lights, and a pulsating electronic score. The movie sets itself apart from its greyer counterparts in the franchise, known as the Monsterverse. Deliberately less gritty, with at least one standout performance from a human character, Godzilla vs. Kong offers a crowd-pleasing entry that definitely brings home the spectacle. It dares to dream big and be goofy and sincere as it does it. It might be the best studio film so far this year. If it isn't, it's for damn sure the most fun. The filmmakers don't knock themselves out pretending that we can't see where this is headed. The screenplay is front-loaded with cards on the table foreshadowing, so the only remaining pertinent questions are, who will win the first fight and the rematches? And when will Kong and Godzilla team up? Pretty similar questions I asked myself before watching Batman vs Superman, except the huge difference is, I actually liked Godzilla vs Kong.
It's a little bit harsh.
Narratively, Godzilla vs Kong is a muddle that's been cut to the bone. Visually, however, director Adam Wingard and his legion of animators have created the most dynamic giant monster film to ever come out of the West. It's the kind of movie that takes palpable joy in the way Hong Kong's neon skylight catches the jagged edges of Godzilla's silhouette in pinks and yellows. It's also the kind of movie which then takes a greater joy in the big guy knocking that skyline down with Kong's face. It does make you work for the fun, however. Over 40 minutes of runtime pass until the two titans actually meet. And those minutes feel like a slog as we're introduced to a new ensemble of exposition delivery units that could charitably be described as characters. Every Monsterverse movie from Gareth Edwards' 2014 Godzilla reboot onwards has struggled to know what to do with the human characters on the ground, but I think King of Monsters was probably the biggest offender for this. Although I will say that the relationship between Kong and a native child named Gia, who were the only survivors of Skull Island, and they communicate via sign language, is a nice touch and pretty adorable, and Gia was the absolute standout of all the humans in this film. Godzilla really just can't catch a break. He totaled something like 8 minutes of screen time in the first of the franchise and is almost immediately positioned as the bad guy here. And now adult Kong, with a grizzly beard, has developed a personality. He's kind to orphan Gia and observes a morning routine involving yawning comically and unabashedly scratching his butt.
Butt scratcher! Butt scratcher! Get your butt scratcher here!
Kong's perspective resonates given his closeness to the human species, but still, weirdly, Godzilla seems undeserved. When it does come down to the fight, due to the monster's huge respective fan bases, one of the biggest challenges was ensuring each of the title monsters got their moment to shine, while also making their bouts enough of a contest to keep us engaged. It's a tricky balance, admittedly, but Wingard manages it really well. The limb-flinging, body-slamming nature of it all feels somewhat realistic, even if one participant does regularly shoot atomic breath out of his mouth. No one could possibly accuse this film of taking itself too seriously, and that's Godzilla vs Kong's greatest strength. The action is well lit, clear, and cheerfully excessive. It's the most brutal carnage in all of the Monsterverse, and about a million miles from Gareth Edwards' 2014 Godzilla, which had an intense fixation with the human perspective of looking up. Godzilla vs Kong doesn't care about the human perspective any more than a child cares for the points of view of the Legos they're smashing.
How much Lego can you stuff up your bum? Oh, for Christ's sake!
The final part of the film is just insane, and unfortunately, if you are a collector of Funko Pops, you'll probably see the pop they released for the film, which I'd consider to be a big spoiler. However, if you haven't seen it, then you're in for a surprise and a big treat. Godzilla vs. Kong knows exactly what it wants to be, and it invests every minute of its 2 hours living up to that promise. Somewhat understandably, the humans are overshadowed by their enormous co-stars, as they should be, but it is a glorious love letter to these iconic characters' collective histories. A satisfying culmination of the arc leading up to it, and, hopefully, a jumping off point for more stories set in the universe. Let's hope it's not another half century before these two crazy beasts get together again. 8.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, go and hit that like button as it is the best way to help me out, and if you're new and you want to see more, go and hit that subscribe button. Have you seen Godzilla vs. Kong yet, or are you looking forward to watching it? Let me know down below in the comments and we'll have a good chat about it. Well, that is me done for now. You guys look forward to my next review, take care of yourselves, and more importantly, stay safe, and I'll catch you later.